Everything, ladies and gentlemen, it seems is kosher in election season. It is a war where every individual, every institution, every issue becomes a weapon to be used against your political opponent. Today, it was the turn of India's judiciary. This is what happened. 600 lawyers from across India wrote a letter to the Chief Justice of India. The letter is titled, "The Judiciary Under Threat." One of India's most prominent lawyers, Harish Salve, is one of the signatories to it, which is why the letter is being taken so seriously. The letter flags off a grave threat to India's judiciary and its democratic fabric that is being posed, according to this letter, by vested interest groups. Interestingly, this letter does not name any individual or institution. The letter alleges how this quote-unquote vested group is undermining the judiciary's integrity and defaming courts. These lawyers have also highlighted how this group, vested interest group, is creating a false narrative of a better past and the golden period of the courts, which directly aims at discrediting the current proceedings and judgments and also lowering the confidence of people in the Indian judiciary. It makes for a very interesting reading. It's all over Twitter. Go read the entire thing. It's a big letter, but we are just giving you a gist of it. The letter also highlights that the group, this vested interest group, engages in selective praising and criticism of court decisions based on their political agendas. Essentially saying that this group of lawyers has a my way or the highway approach for everything. These lawyers have also urged the top court to stand strong and protect our courts. Now, sure enough, the letter has sparked off a political war between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Congress Party. The Prime Minister waded in and promptly blamed the Congress. He said it is the Congress's culture to bully and browbeat institutions. The Congress Party was quick to respond. The party said that Prime Minister Modi is orchestrating and coordinating veiled attacks against the judiciary. The letter, they say, and his immediate response are a proof of that. Congress leader Jairam Ramesh said that the BJP and the Prime Minister have received body blows for their Electoral Bonds scheme and that Mr. Modi has only divided, distorted, diverted and defamed in the last 10 years. Now, as the Congress and the BJP spar over the judiciary, the question is very interesting. Which vested interest is actually attacking and defaming the judiciary? Is it the Congress or is it the BJP? Dr. Anil Kumar Gupta, spokesperson of the BJP, continues to be with us. Dr. Advocate Mahima Singh is spokesperson of the Congress Party. She continues to be with us. Nikhil Jain is an advocate. He continues to be with us as well. Nikhil, I'm fairly certain I'm going to start with you. I'll come to the political spokespersons on the show in just a bit. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a very quick chat, so I urge you to keep your comments small, short, brief, precise. But Nikhil Gupta, who do you think? I mean, I'm just a little intrigued. The Prime Minister has stepped in, you know, the BJP has piped up, the Prime Minister has spoken, the Congress has responded. Lekin abhi tak ye nahi pata chala that who exactly is this vested interest that these 600 lawyers are talking about. Dar kis baat ka hai? They should have probably named the people they are talking about. Are they talking about Kapil Sibal? Are they talking about Abhishek Manu Singhvi? Who are they talking about? What do you make of this letter?
First of all, I'm Nikhil Jain. Secondly, I can just show you a post on a lawyer's meme group about this particular letter. And every single person is commenting the judiciary is under threat by the undersigned. The judiciary is under threat by these pro-government lawyers. See, the fact of the matter is, one of the top signatories to this letter, the President of the Supreme Court Bar Association, Mr. Adish Agarwal, he is the one who, a couple of days ago, wrote a letter to the President asking the President to intervene in the judgment of a constitution bench of the Supreme Court that concerned the electoral bonds. So far as the Supreme Court's legitimacy and integrity is concerned, nobody has raised a question on it in the past 1 or 2 months after the electoral bonds judgment that we have seen and the kind of rap that the SBI was given by the court for it. Yes, there have been questions raised on the integrity of the court and interference of the executive when the court has been constantly kicking down the can on Article 370, the habeas corpus petitions lying before it, Jammu and Kashmir detainees, and other such issues. And of course, there have been certain particular judges like Justice Bela Trivedi, I'm not mincing my words with it, who have been questioned for their, overindulgence of the executive. That being said, nobody has questioned the independence of the judiciary in the past 1 month. All of these lawyers, all of us know, everybody in the legal fraternity knows, whatever political spectrum they belong to, that these are people who very clearly align with the government of the day, so much so that they sometimes seem to forget that they are lawyers and officers of the court first and political party people second. And that is this vague letter. It was only to create political brownie points for the Prime Minister, but so far as the legal community is concerned, everybody can see through it, and a lot of other people who keep interest in these matters can see through it.
Okay, Dr. Anil Kumar Gupta, would you want to come in here and tell us exactly why the Prime Minister decided to wade into the issue and name the Congress party? Because this unsigned letter, which doesn't name any individual, any political party, any institution, it actually doesn't name anyone. It doesn't name the Congress party. It doesn't name Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who's representing Arvind Kejriwal. It doesn't it doesn't speak about Kapil Sibal, who's representing K. Kavita. Point is, when the lawyers didn't make name anyone, why did the Prime Minister decide to wade in and talk about the Congress party's bullying and browbeating?
Yeah, Shreya, good evening to you and all the viewers. See, every citizen of India has great faith on our judiciary, and judiciary is custodian of our constitution. Courts are always normally fair, and a common citizen can approach lower court, high court and Supreme Court. Whatever some person have written, I do not wish to comment on that, but I have full faith in our judicial system, and whatever other party is saying, see, I do not wish to comment on, but see, we have a very good judicial system. They are the legal fraternity. If they have raised something, I think that can be addressed. But as a political, I do not wish to comment on that.
Okay, you don't wish to comment on it. I'm surprised because the Prime Minister himself has commented on it. Advocate Mahima Singh, the Prime Minister is blaming the Congress's vintage style of browbeating and bullying institutions. Nikhil, everyone has a right to take a stand or not to take a stand, right? That's the country. We're a democratic country, and the court, I think, is used to criticism. When they'll give out a judgment that makes you happy,
Shreya, not
they know they'll be
spokesperson.
praised.
I can get away with it like that, not the spokesperson.
Yeah,
he has to take a stand. No, but he has to take a stand. He's a spokesperson for everything.
But Dr. Gupta doesn't want to take a stand, and I will not browbeat him or bully him, okay? Advocate Mahima Singh, please go ahead.
Jai Hind, I will start with Haseeb Soze's words, Shreya. He says, "Usse milna to zara dur se baatein karna, apni baaton mein wo lafzon ka bhavar rakhta hai." This group of 600 lawyers, I am wondering, when the 4 judges came out to do the unprecedented press conference, there wasn't a single utterance we heard. We did not hear a single utterance recently when the Honorable CJI was being trolled for a doctored video. In fact, we saw a lot of the BJP IT cell army trolling the Honorable CJI. It is not uncommon to see BJP's troll army commenting adversely on the CJI and his style of working. In fact, you see the BJP, I mean, the Prime Minister also is acting like a crybaby, because when the Honorable Supreme Court of India, does not give relief to the petition, a demonetization matter, challenging the demonetization, challenging the CAA, challenging other schemes of the government where the government is given the relief, then the judiciary is all right. But today, when the judiciary has actually opened the Pandora's box in declaring the electoral bonds unconstitutional, and one after the other, the government's fault lines are being, left bare before the country, to decide who they want to vote for. This is the government has actually nominated a sitting CJI immediately after his retirement as a Rajya Sabha member. They have amended rules to make a former justice of the Supreme Court the chairperson of the NHRC. They have made a former justice of the Supreme Court a governor. In fact, recently, everybody knows that a sitting judge of Kolkata High Court resigned to contest an election on a BJP ticket, and when asked a question to choose between Gandhi and Godse, to comment between the both, he says, "I can't say which one is right, which one is wrong." So a sitting justice, who had been giving judgments against or for the government recently comes out and resigns to contest an election on BJP ticket, cannot decide between a Gandhi and Godse, we can see where the BJP has led the judiciary of this country to. And in fact,
So,
in this letter,
Advocate
I would
Mahima
say
Singh,
that the
what are you
Learned
telling?
Council...
What are you saying? What are you saying? Ek minute. What are you saying? Are you telling me, Advocate Mahima Singh, is it your contention that this letter is actually an orchestrated attack on the judiciary, given the fact that they are saying democracy under threat, and we expect our courts and we hope that our courts stand strong. So according to the letter, they are cautioning the court and telling them that this is what is happening. The moment you give an adverse judgment, people will come out, start criticizing it, and then through media bully and apply pressure on judges, etc. So you are actually reversing the entire argument and saying that the letter is actually the one that is attacking the judiciary and the Chief Justice of India and the Supreme Court of India.
The letter, Shreya, very evidently so, undermines the wisdom of the court. Just look at the words, just look at the letter and spirit of that whole draft. There are no citings. There are just arbitrary allegations. It is a clear machination. And you see a lot of applicants in that letter are from Rajasthan. So there are 4 attorney generals. So there's a newly formed BJP government there. I think everybody can see through the letter. We can see where does it come from. And so will the CJI. He warned Mr. Adish Agarwala, who wrongly represented the SCBA before the Honorable President of India. And CJI said, Mr. Adish Agarwala, don't make me speak more. And I think the fate of this letter will also be the same.
Okay, Dr. Gupta, I'm going to give you another chance to respond, because I will not, I don't want the BJP to go unrepresented here. Let me put this simply. Essentially, the BJP spokesperson, who's also an advocate here, is telling us that this is not a letter written by lawyers. This is a letter that has essentially been written by BJP supporters to maybe get some headlines. Do you agree with that? कि इसको ज़्यादा seriously नहीं लेना चाहिए, ये legal letter है नहीं, वैसे भी ये बहुत serious lawyers ने नहीं लिखा इस letter को. वैसे actually, I mean, I think I should correct myself. Mr. Salve is a very senior and serious leader, so I just correct myself there, but go ahead.
Shreya ji, I think whosoever has written this letter, I mean, you should have invited one of them to your panel to answer this question. I mean, I cannot answer
we did
whatever
actually,
they have
we
written.
Did try.
But I would like to answer one thing. So I just wanted to add one thing about the issue of Kolkata High Court judge. See how much abuse he got from the TMC, and he resigned, then he joined. So these are things. So TMC put lot of pressure. See, TMC used to abuse him, everything that was there in the newspaper. So as a honest and dedicated person, he chose to go to the other path, and it should be welcomed. But I mean, any
Dr.
political
Gupta,
person or any individual cannot put the words in forcefully put the words.
You know, I'll concede a mistake here that we made. You know, Dr. Gupta, I'll concede a mistake we made. And in the interest of transparency, I have to say, we should have had someone, one of the 600 lawyers who has actually signed on to the letter, to come and speak to us, not Dr. Gupta. We did try. We couldn't get anyone last minute, which is why we invited Dr. Gupta. So I concede that we made a mistake. Having said that, I'm going to give the last word to Nikhil.
Shreya ji, let me clarify. Just a minute, just half a minute. See, I was in your other show on this Kejriwal issues. So, your channel has requested me to give on this. So, I did my stand. I took my stand.
Correct. Thank you very much. No, I appreciate that. You were right, and I'm admitting I was wrong. Nikhil Jain. Acha, 20 seconds, Mahima. I have to end the show and I have to give Nikhil. Go ahead.
It is frivolous.
Ek minute, let Mahima speak for 20 seconds and then I'll come to you, Nikhil.
Because there was pressure from the TMC, so the sitting judge resigned. And is that why he cannot decide between a Gandhi and a Godse? Is that the response the BJP spokesperson is giving to the country?
Acha, chaliye. Okay.
Does Mahatma Gandhi
Nikhil,
as the father
I just want to ask you, how do you think... ठीक है Okay. Let's not deviate. Nikhil, I want to give you the last word and I want to ask you how you think the Chief Justice of India and the Supreme Court is going to react to it. Are they even going to react to it at all? 20 seconds and we'll wrap the show.
Shreya, I think with the way the Chief Justice of India has been acting of late, I'm sure he's going to give a good tight slap on the wrist to all these lawyers, telling him that judiciary's independence is under threat. He is the best person to know in the world whether the Indian judiciary is under threat or not. And also on Justice Gangopade, he had also made it public that he was in talks with the BJP and the BJP was in talks with him while he was a sitting judge of the court. So that is the kind of interference of executive that the BJP indulges in with the judiciary. And lastly, one congratulations on your show. Justice Khanwilkar, who led the bench that gave the judgment affirming the PMLA amendment, which the opposition parties had filed against, he's recently been made the Lokpal of the country, and he's also ordered a corruption inquiry against Mahua Moitra.
Okay. So that says something. We'll let our audiences decipher what that is and let them judge. As always, they are the best judges of the debates we do. Thank you very much, Nikhil, for joining us. Thank you, Dr. Gupta, for joining us here on the show, and Advocate Mahima Singh, good to have you on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, it's a wrap from me. Thanks very much for watching. My colleague Sneha joining you at the top of 9 with all the day's big stories. Do stay with us.